Hey everyone, Sin here. Well, as you could probably tell, I've been drawing and animating a lot. See, I'm going to put LPing on hold for a bit, cause, well, I'm in a bit of a slump. Right now, I just don't have the patience playing games, and I'm more concerned about my animating and art skills right now. And also I have other things to worry about. Next month, I'm going to be joining Nano, novel writing month, July, and it's coming up in a few days. And I'll be writing The Lost Ones, as you could tell from my latest upload. So, well, here's the scoop. I'm going to be putting up auditions. What for? Well, I'm thinking maybe animating The Lost Ones. I'm going to be uploading them to YouTube. I'm not popular right now, so I don't know how many people I'm going to get. But what I need is someone who can play music. I have a guitar and keyboard myself, but I don't know how to play them very much. I can play my own music, kind of, but I don't know any songs or whatever, and I just don't know notes and chords and whatever. So I can't do it myself. So I need someone to make the music for, the openings and endings and in between, during the during the animation. But what I also need is voice actors. Now, I'm gonna be voice actors. I'm gonna be the voice actor for Sin, Megan, and Rosie. Those are the ones I'm gonna be doing. So you can't try out for those. But you can voice act for other ones, because I have a bazillion characters you can voice act for, and plus the characters that my friends have that are going to be in it too. So yeah, I guess I should probably explain the story a bit. So, basically this is how it goes. Stories about 3 people. Megan, Rosie, and Sin. Megan, when she was about 5 or whatever, she had an uncle who was a scientist, and she was smart too as well. But her uncle got into a lab accident and mysteriously disappeared. And so Megan, after years, kind of forgot about him. And when she was caught in a thunderstorm, she disappeared as well because she was struck by lightning, and she woke up on Rosie's world. Because Megan was on a world much like ours, a lot like Earth, no magic and whatever. But she went on to Rosie's world, which was filled with mythical creatures and fantasy and whatnot. And she finds out that she is a reincarnation of Miang, which is half of a twilight goddess named Oilera Konotashi. And I'll explain more about the myth behind Oilera later. You have to send me a message and whatnot. But anyways, then there's Rosie. See, Rosie, her past is pretty bad. You see, every time there's a crimson moon, which is always on her birthday. There's a crimson moon on her birthday, on October 26th. there's always a crimson moon on that day. And because she was born on that night, she was kind of got cursed. Because usually, the thing about that is, the crimson moon in that world is the time for demons to come out and play, sorta. They had this little thing going, this myth, where that kids could not, nobody could go outside on the crimson moon, on the night of the crimson moon, because those demons, it was said that demons would possess them or something like that. It was just bad. And usually they would kill anybody who was born on that night, because, you know, they might get possessed by one of the demons. Well, Rosie, when she was born on that night, her dad wanted to kill her, but her mom wouldn't let him. So, Rosie was left living. And her dad kept on trying to abandon her and whatnot. And, well, when she was 5, well, during that whole time, when each year, something bad happened. When she turned 5, her and her brothers were kidnapped by this scientist named Aurelix and brought into the past. See, she was born in the future. It was like, I don't know, in the 3034, something like that. Well, he brought them to the past, into the 1900s. You know, like, well, 1990s. Yeah, he brought them to the 1990s. And he did experiments on them. Turns out her oldest brother, Aldous, he was bad from the start, because he was a reincarnation of, like, something. I'll explain that later. But Rosie's the reincarnation of Rosien, which is the other half of the Twilight Goddess. And pretty much Rocaine was turned bad, because before he was a loving brother, you know. But when they started the experiments, the next year, when she turned 6, he turned bad and kind of betrayed Rosie, and so he was working with the scientists and her oldest brother now. So, Rosie went through 10 years of grueling, cruel, abusive, just horrible, dark experiments. And then she escaped. When she escaped, she lost her memory of her past, yada yada. So she doesn't remember her past, and she pretty much goes through this whole thing where she's trying to remember her past. She runs into Megan, and then they go on to the adventure sort of thing. Sin, she is in Rosie's world, right? She can't find anyone who is like her, because she's the only one there is. She's the only Ligary there, but she also has powers too, so she's a mage. She doesn't know where she belongs. Truth is, she belongs to a different world. Anyways, if you want to know more, just message me or something. And Audition for the Lost Ones.